I think this is a super important topic because it's something that's coming up more often now, and it's something that a lot of kids aren't really educated in, or they think that they're educated in, and that can be really dangerous. So I think it's super important to get the right information out there.
Because there's still so many people using, and it's such a huge problem, and I think it's important that we protect people from it.
This is a really important topic for me, and I think for everyone, because drugs can really change your life and how you're going to move on into the future.
This is an important topic because it's surrounding our school and our community, and people can get really hurt from this, and it's not good to start your life off this way, and it's not good to start doing this no matter what age you are. So especially if this is happening in high school, it's not good.
A lot of people are passing away in Ottawa, and it's not really good to see your friends, doing them, and it's kind of heartbroken to have parents worried all the time.
I think especially in high school, for people who are just growing into developing new habits and things like that, this is one of those things that people easily fall into. Drugs are very easy to succumb to, and people find themselves locked in this room where they can't get out, they're just addicted. And I think it's important to stop it before it gets too bad. So when you're in high school, it's always important to discuss.
Well, I knew someone that passed away from it, and I know there was a lot of people using around the time it happened, and it was just a very scary situation. So I think it's very important that people know the risks and people know what has happened so that we can try to make people stop.
Me personally, I haven't really been affected, but my mom is really worried, crazy worried, and my friends' moms are worried, so I think it's just, I haven't really been affected, but it's just the worry.
It was really scary to find out that people have died so close to home, just because it was around a lot at parties and stuff, and we would see it, and no one really thought it was that bad until people started dying, and that's probably the scariest thing to have happen.
Initially, the first time I heard of it, it was something I didn't believe. Usually you don't hear about kids using such harsh drugs like fentanyl and things like that. And then after a while, it was something you got used to. You would believe that it happened. It was just, I wasn't close with anybody who had done it, so for me, it was something that was completely avoidable, whereas for somebody else, that might not have been the case.
I know that they're highly addictive, and they can cause a lot of problems in your life, and potentially stop you from graduating.
It was just scary because I know many of my friends were on it, so it was just terrifying knowing that you could lose anyone at any second, and Canada is such a close community that it was just very scary to think about.
I've been affected really closely. I've had people passed out in class next to me, and I've had a lot of friends have to go to rehab, and that's just it's sad to see. So
I think that they should be finding help, and that they should be able to see a life where they don't use and have really positive things with that.
I hope that people know that there is help out there, and I want them to know the resources and know that they can and will get better.
I don't think I would really want anyone doing the drug itself, but if they're doing it, I would hope that either they stop or find a safe way or a safe alternative to do it.
I really hope that anyone using would seek help and will have the pride for themselves to look for help and be able to get that help and know that they want it.
I hope that they learn what it does to them. I understand that it's not exactly black and white, it's not exactly people will learn how bad it is and they'll stop. But I hope that education or support from people will encourage them to find healthier ways to cope with whatever they're going through.
I hope that people using drugs will try to seek help and maybe just think more about it before they actually do it, and especially for people who are trying it out for their first time.